What if everything we've been told about autoimmunity is wrong? I'm Elizabeth Yarnell. After awakening partially blind one morning in 1999, a doctor told me my multiple sclerosis would put me in a wheelchair within 10 years. I refused to accept that as the end of the story, so I started investigating. Welcome to the Inflammation Investigator, the podcast that uncovers the inflammation lurking underneath your ailments. Because autoimmune and chronic conditions should not be viewed as death knells when they are actually alarm bells. I'm a traditional naturopath and founder of the Inflammation Academy. And in 2 episodes every week, we dig into what conventional medicine might be missing. If you're living with chronic or unexplained symptoms, this investigation is for you. Your body has been trying to tell you something. Let's start listening.
Action.
0.2. Last time, we talked a little bit about why I'm here, what brought me to talking about inflammation and to doing this podcast. And today, I want to talk a little bit more about why you might be listening to this podcast. Have you been told or suspect that you have inflammation? Do you wonder what that really means? Or more importantly, why it is happening and how to make it go away? 20 years ago, we rarely heard.
Elizabeth, let's do that same exact thing. We'll just
Okay.
keep it on this roll, but do just even a little bit of a, because you went from that and I was engaged in what you were saying,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden you were reading.
Okay.
So I just need a little something to tell me that you're going to mostly read something, your thoughts.
Okay.
These are something.
Okay.
Because it was disengaging to me.
Okay. That's good to know.
Okay. Again from the top and action.
0.2. In the last episode, I introduced myself and talked a little bit about my story and how I came to this world of inflammation and multiple sclerosis. But today, I want to talk a little bit about why you might want to be listening to this podcast and what you might be interested in about inflammation and what you might know about it or not. I am going to be reading most of this material, so just to prepare yourself for that. So have you been told that you have, or might you suspect that you have inflammation? Do you wonder what that really means? Or more importantly, why it's happening and how to make it go away? 20 years ago, we rarely heard the word inflammation outside of a medical setting or beyond the after effects of an acute injury. But lately, it seems to be starting to enter mainstream vocabulary more and more. And we are starting to recognize the damaging effects of inflammation that either never goes away or keeps coming back. But how do you know if you have inflammation? Merriam-Webster defines inflammation as a local response to a cellular injury that is marked by capillary dilation, leukocyte infiltration, redness, heat, and pain that serves as a mechanism initiating the elimination of noxious agents and of damaged tissue. In other words, swelling that causes symptoms of pain, discomfort, and dysfunction. Although, as we'll discuss in this podcast, the swelling may not be as easy to identify as the swelling from a sprained ankle. The often unrecognized fact is that inflammation, regardless of whether it is acute or chronic, is beneath most, if not all, symptoms of pain, discomfort, and dysfunction. Your inflammation could be taking the form of headaches, stomach aches, digestive distress, joint pain, breathing issues, sinus conditions, fatigue, emotional dysregulation, motor skill malfunctions, etc., etc., etc. You might call this condition extreme hypersensitivity because it may seem as though everything you come into contact with causes you to have physical symptoms. In this podcast, as in life, it matters less how the symptoms are manifesting or presenting themselves, and more that there's inflammation at the root of them. If you have struggled to reclaim control over your body and end the recurrent symptoms that plague you, you may have tried various medications, dosages, therapies, interventions, supplements, and or dietary changes in your quest for relief from the pain and discomfort, only to find that while some may work for a time and then require higher and higher doses to reach a pain-free state, others may leave you questioning if the effort or unpleasant side effects are worth it. I believe it's not enough to simply recognize you have inflammation. We need to discover why. Why are you inflamed? And more importantly, how do you make it go away? I believe it's a fundamental human right to feel good inside a functional body. If you agree and are open to a complementary approach to managing your own health that looks to the root cause of your symptoms, regardless of any medication regimens you decide to follow, you'll get a lot out of this podcast. If nothing else, I hope you come away from my words feeling hopeful, because without hope for a better tomorrow, it can be hard to get through today. Be sure to tune in to the next episode when we talk a little bit more about traditional naturopathy and what that means. See you then.
Clear?
And that's another case filed on the Inflammation Investigator. Remember, every symptom is your body's way of communicating. We just need to learn the language. If today's episode sparked something for you, I want to hear about it. Share your own investigation discoveries with me on social media at Elizabeth Yarnell, or find me at elizabethyarnell.com. Your experience could be exactly what another listener needs to hear. And make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an episode. And here's the thing about investigations. They work best when you're not going it alone. If this podcast is helping you uncover the answers you've been searching for, please like, rate, subscribe, and review, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. As a new podcast, these actions mean more than you know. Want to dive deeper into your own inflammation investigation? Head over to inflammationinvestigator.com, where you can take my free inflammation quiz to uncover which hidden triggers might be affecting your health. Until next time, this is Elizabeth Yarnell, your inflammation investigator, reminding you that the solutions to your health issues are out there. Let's find them together.